So, currently what I'm working on is a couple of tweaks to the B game. Alright. Oh, that's why. Okay. Since yesterday's playtest, there have been quite a few things that people said which I thought were quite good. First one was, at first glance, it seems to be pretty incredibly complicated. You have three sort of different things that you're dealing with. You have to manage the hive, you have to manage the bees, you have to manage the terrain, and at first glance there's a lot of things going on. But once you get into it, once you start playing, once you start understanding how everything works, it's actually quite simple. That was the first piece of wonderful advice that I got, and that was something that I worked very, very, very hard to achieve. And so I'm very happy that that was something that somebody said. Things to work on, things to tweak. First of all, foraging. The display of foraging. How these different tiles look. Because at the moment, it's kind of pretty terrible. Spring, summer, autumn is a very outdated thing. These images are just taken from Google and used, and they need to be revised. Certainly. That's a nice big kauri tree, a little bit of tribute to New Zealand. And so these symbols need to get revised, these tiles need to get revised so that players can see things. Second thing was having 12 bees, as is currently the number that people can use. So if I join, everybody's got 12 bees. 12 bees is a lot of things to look after on turn 1, because you have to okay, that was weird. I think it's still, yeah, it's still live. Okay, that was weird. Oh yes, what you doing to me? So 12 bees is a lot to manage because there are so many things that you can do, and people will end up doing things that they shouldn't do. So, for example, on turn 1, you have 4 bees. Let's say you want to put all 12 bees into nursing. There's no point in doing that. You could do it. You would discard 1 pollen for each nurse bee, and earn 1 bee for each nurse bee up to the maximum allowed by the hive. That could probably get revised, definitely get revised to be better. But basically what it means is, for each bee that you put into nursing, you discard 1 pollen, and you earn 1 baby bee. Pretty simple. If I put 3 bees into nursing, I get rid of 1, 2, 3 pollen, and I earn 1, 2, 3 bees. Now, that's pretty simple. Not that hard. Up to the maximum allowed by the hive. The maximum allowed by the hive is the number of these little bee symbols. So this hive can have 4 new bees every turn. If they filled up the entire hive with pollen, they could still only get 4 bees per turn, because the hive is only this big, and it goes horizontally. So it's about how big your hive is, it's about how much you have in stock, and it's about how many bees you dedicate to it. Just like bees do. If they don't have the pollen, they can't feed their bees. So what people did was they put, 12 bees into this, which you shouldn't do. In my mind, kind of obviously, but it's first time playing, first time understanding. So perhaps what I should do is I should take out another 3 bees. And if I'm going to make the starting hive smaller, so 9 bees, then I should also decrease the swarming, because you should start with the amount that it costs to swarm. And if I'm going to reduce the number of bees that players start with, I should reduce the size of the hive and revise the hive size as well. So, and it's something that I might end up doing. Right now I'm on the fence as to whether or not I want to do that. as well, people need to be incentivized to swarm. People need to be incentivized to collect honey or to steal honey. So there needs to be an incentive to do that, because currently the meta is I will throw all of the bees into nursing and get 4 new bees each turn. And then I will throw some bees into building, and I'll get up to here. And I will build just enough so that I can nurse 6 a turn. Every turn I will make 6 bees. Every turn I will make 6 bees. Every turn I will make 6 bees. I'm going to have 5,000 bees, and I'm going to rob everybody, and then I'm going to win the game. So that's the current meta. So there needs to be an incentivization for people to swarm. And part of the way that I'm going to do that is, I think, by adding an overpopulation rule, where if your hive is too big, if you have too many bees in your hive, the queen loses control. As is what happens with hives. The queen loses control and the ability to control her hive, because there are so many bees that what she then does is swarms. The hive has done so well, it's going to divide into 2 hives like a cell. So let's get into the work. I've already been kind of working on this, and so what I did was I took the pollen symbol and I added every color to it. And I've thrown these symbols over here to say, all right, you can earn this or this. You can earn this or this, just as a kind of updating reminder. And same thing there. I've also changed the names from spring, autumn, summer to blue, red, yellow. Same thing down here with clover. What I'm thinking about doing is reducing the amount that everything yields. I don't think I want to do that yet, though. So I'm just going to save this. I'm going to export it to, I guess, just here. And then that won't be confusing at all later. So let's open up this. Screen top, come on in here. Oh look, Tamerlane chest, you should play it. We're gonna edit this. We're going to find bee tokens, terrain front, possibly. This might be the thing that we're looking for. Let's change it to that. What happens if we do this? Okay. Alright. That looks kind of clean. Very colorful. Everything fits. Everything's kind of centered. Oh, I just realized I'm going to have to drag all that back. Okay. Everything looks great. Everything's pretty legible except for tree, because there's just so much black on the tree that I can't even tell what that says. Red, clover, clover. But everything else looks pretty good. And also the colors are what the colors are, so, you know. The other thing that I've been working on is, let's change it to this. Google Sheets, B-game tables. Alright. Because we need tables. Fundamentally, we just need tables. So list of symbols, terrain, yield. Pretty terrible colors, but very functional. So the... Yeah. Up next in list of symbols is... Because people need to know what these things mean. So, name, symbol, function. Okay, so symbol name 1 is B. Next is pollen, then nectar, then honey, then hive. Weather. Okay, we'll merge that. No, we won't yet, but weather. Name, symbol, and function. So weather would be sunny, overcast, rain. Function is going to be forage / rob 1 space 1 hex. End of turn. Bees can because we also have to put here so overcast will make brown because that's a great color there. Purple, we're going to make this text white, and then sunny we're going to make alright, so it was going to be temperature. Function capitalize. And then we just bold all this. Yeah, we'll take it. Are there any other symbols? There really aren't. There's really only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 symbols in this entire game. That's nothing. I'm impressed with me. In terms of actual complexity, in terms of actual number of components and things that are involved in this game, next to nothing. Bees, the function, win. Okay, pollen, spend pollen to earn new bees. Nectar, turn nectar to, let's say, process. Nectar in, I just wanted to change the H to lowercase, thank you. Honey, spend to build hive and swarm. And then hive, how do you describe the function of a hive? What's the point of the hive? Um, function of the hive, storage for pollen. Brood spaces. Okay. So now, what we'll do is we'll go back to GIMP. And we're going to do a new (1000 by 1000). Just going to make a new thing. Going to open this up. We're going to snip it. And paste it into GIMP. I don't want that here, so scale. So this thing's scale is 700 by 680, 685. So I'm going to change the canvas size to 700 by 685. Resize. Resize. There we go. You'll never see me coming. Okay. Okay. Now, I just need these symbols. So what I'm probably going to do is open. I'm going to go to Swarm. I'm going to take the thing that I exported just a little while ago. What was it called? It was this. Oh, okay. Copy that. What? Copy this. Put it here. Perfect. We're just gonna nope, never mind. I'm not cropping that. Rectangle select. Perfect. We just hide this. We scale it down so that it fits. And then we do that a whole bunch more. some reason, I got the wrong thing last time, but whatever. Okay. So you just drag and select, you copy, you paste. And then you want to hide it so that you don't end up doing that again. And then you do the next section, which in this case is clover. But it's, you know, mostly what? There we go. Imperfect copies of imperfect copies of imperfect copies. Very much playtest material. Odd. Tree. There we go. And now city. And then we shrink all of this so that it's about the right size. Shrink it a little more. That ought to be about right. Tree, clover, red, yellow, blue, city. And I shouldn't need that anymore. So we can export this to swarm tables. It's untitled. Terrain guide 3. And we're going to save it. Save as terrain guide 3. Now we're back to here. We're going to add in terrain guide 3. We're just going to take that image from tables, from terrain guide 3. I don't need rows or columns. Components, a new component. It's going to be a tile. Terrain guide, we said it was what? 700 by 685. Perfect. Variance. Make sure to save everything in screen top. That's about perfect. So we're going to get rid of that. We're going to bring in terrain guide 3. How does that look? Janky. But not bad. Okay. I'm gonna lock that there. I'm gonna come back to here. Welcome back to Sheets. List the symbols. Okay, unmerge. Merge. What do you call this? function. Alright, we're gonna say nurse, build, process, forage, rob, guard, scout, swarm. Okay, that's what we'll do. So I'm gonna snip this. Just like I snipped the other one. Before I snip it, I need to write something for brood. How to make if these hive tiles are filled with not filled. Yeah, something like that. Okay, now we'll try that again. I'm gonna snip this out. And then we're gonna go back to GIMP. Make a new folder. Whatever. And what's its scale? 312. So okay. Awesome. Pollen symbol, let's go. Yeah. Woo! One pollen symbol coming right up. Up next is the honey symbol. So I'm actually going to go to the symbols page and open these up. blue. I didn't put any blue into this. Oh, yes I did. What weird tangled webs we weave. Select nothing, go into beehive. I just want to copy and paste this into here. Shrink it down, and then be done with that segment. Up next would be honey. The more I use OBS, the more I actually quite like it. So we're going to use honey here. Where is my super suit? Okay. We're actually just gonna cheese it a little bit because at this point I'm kind of tired and I want to clear all the black but not everything. So we're just gonna copy that. No, we're not. We're gonna select nothing and then we're gonna copy it and then we're gonna paste it. Brilliant. And then this one. Okay, we can select this and clear. Select nothing, copy it. Oh, that is a point. If I were to just copy and paste this, most of it's just going to be hidden. So I could trust it. Let's see how that looks. Pretty not great. Or I could make this black, select the inside, say select, grow, and then border. Actually border of 3. And then we take this pen, we cover the whole thing. Now, when I select nothing, and I shrink this down, okay, fine, we shrink it first. No, we shrink it first, so the whole thing fits. Awesome. And then we do the same thing again. We select the inside, we say select, grow by 1, select, border by 3. And then we just cover all of that like that. And then this, select nothing, bring that down to nectar. Now we're going to have to do the same thing with this. Honey jar. So the honey jar should be a little bit easier. It's a little more oblong. And then we're just going to select this and this. We're going to say grow by 1. We're going to say border by 3. We're going to just do that same thing. Perfect. I am not a graphic designer. But that looks pretty good. And then B, I don't quite know what we're going to do because this is not actually the B symbol. Clear all that. So I think we're just going to do the same thing. Border of 3. Perfect. list of symbols. And then export as into tables. Then we're just going to come back here, assets, and components. I can actually wait for it to load. Terrain Guide 3. I want to copy it or to clone it because I want half of those specifications. We're going to rename that to list of symbols hive, and we're going to make this 312 because that's what the pixels were before. And then variants, we're going to change the image that it's pulling the list of symbols image, and that's pretty perfect. And then we come on down here. Boom. There we go. You know, maybe I should just use that B symbol for now anyway. And then the last thing is the weather, which I'm going to do the same exact way. Into GIMP, File, New, yeah. Okay. Yep. Huh, I didn't know you could do that. Hit enter to show or hide it. Alright. You are 411 by 378. Just going to bring this on up. And have a near enough attitude about it. List of symbols, weather. Symbols. I wonder if they're here. Nope. Are they here? Nope. Surely there's another file that has them hiding somewhere. This is all bees. That's fine. Terrain is all terrain. All right. Here we go. Perfect. Perfect. copy the sun. I'm just going to put the sun there. And we're going to copy we're just going to use the sun. And we're going to use the overcast symbol. And we're going to use the raining symbol. We're just going to take it straight from the cake. All three of these. Well, I've been streaming the wrong area. Anyway. Rain, overcast, sun. Pretty clear, pretty easy. Now we come back here to edit, add another symbol. A weather symbol. Wet. Actually, components, same thing. Add a component. We want a tile because we don't need a container or anything like that. Weather. I don't know what these things are, so we're going to go to image, canvas size 411 by 378. 411 by 378. Save that variance. Perfect. Okay. Now hopefully this is a little bit easier for people.